Sofas are made up of multiple different parts: the base, the cushions, the back, and the arms. And we need to start somewhere, so let's start by drawing in the general shape of the arms. Select on the Create tab on the ribbon, then click on Extrusion. The entire arm of this sofa will be made up of one single extrusion, but we'll need to draw in several lines in order to make this extrusion. Now, make sure that line has been selected. Then at the intersection of these two dashed lines, move your mouse over. Once you see the 4-foot dimension, click, and this will be the spot of our first line. The overall height of the arm, I'd like it to be 34 inches in height. So type in 34, then the inch sign, then hit enter. Go over 1 foot, then click. Go straight down until you get to the level where the floor would be and click. Then click at the end point of the very first line that you drew. Now, this is the outline for the arm that we'll be drawing. The next part of the arm that I want to draw will be what would be considered a rolled top on the arm. So we'll have a circular shape that'll come up, come out, and then come back again into this rectangular form that we just created. In order to create that shape, I'm going to draw another line. And eventually this line will get deleted, but it'll be used for reference as we're drawing in the rest of our shape. At about the midpoint of the line over on the right-hand side, click. Then come over 1 foot 4 inches. Then hit enter. Hit the escape key on the keyboard to get out of that part of the command. And now let's select on circle. We want to draw a circle from the midpoint of that line that we just drew. Once you see the triangle shape, click. And now draw that circle in. I'm hitting the escape key a couple times on the keyboard to get out of the drawing. Then I'm going to select on this line because we actually don't need it anymore, and hit the delete key on the keyboard. Now I want to move this circle up until it's flush with the top of this line. So select the circle. Next thing we'll do is select on move, click the top of the circle, and then move that circle up. And I'm hitting escape a couple of times just to make sure that I'm out of those commands. Now, the next thing that we need to do is be considered breaking the circle so that we can have the circle start here, come around, and then stop right about here. To break the circle, we'll need to use the Split Element tool. Click Split Element, click once somewhere in this area, click again somewhere in this area. Then hit the escape key twice until you see your arrow back again. Then click on that part of the circle that was in between the two spots that you just clicked. Then select the delete key on the keyboard. The next thing that I want to do is click on the circle again, then click and hold your mouse button down on the circle. Pull it up until it gets flush with the line, then let go. Do the same thing on the other side. Click the circle, hold your mouse button down, drag it until that circle is flush with the line. Next, click on this line, grab the dot, pull it down. Click this line, grab the dot, pull it down. Then click on the top line because we really don't need it anymore. It was just an indicator of what the height of this arm should be. And then select delete. Click on the big green check mark. Now we're almost done with this arm of the sofa. The next thing that we need to do is go into an elevation view and just take a look at what it looks like in elevation view. So far we have the arm and it's coming out in this direction. What I want to have done with this arm is give it a specific length, not make it be just 1 foot long. Instead, I like the sofa to be 3 feet deep. So I'm just going to type in 3 foot for the extrusion end. Now we can see that it's coming back 3 feet. If we look at this sofa in 3D now by coming up to the default 3D view, this is one of the arms of our sofa. And then ultimately we'll be taking this arm and mirroring it over to the other side to also make up the other arm of the sofa.